Hello, I'm Jason Yapp, and I'm here today with my colleague Ruby Willis, who deals with lots of the country's top sommeliers, to talk about our Savennière from Château called Le Parc.
This wine comes from the Loire Valley, which is obviously goes across the top of France from the Atlantic coast. And they're actually one of the oldest estates in the area, going back to the 17th century. And very good fact that Jason will lead you into, a Napoleonic fact.
And that is that the Empress Josephine was a fan of Savennière. In fact, her lady-in-waiting was the Countess of Serrant, and she featured Savennière in her substantial cellar.
That's got to be enough for all of us, I think. But thinking about grape varieties, we're actually dealing with Chenin Blanc, which is the grape variety of Savennière here.
So it's the only one they're allowed?
Only one they're allowed. It's a very noble grape at that as well. It can be drunk very, very young, can also age very well. This should be drunk in a younger time, but there is notes to it where it can be cellared for a little further. We're drinking this on its youthful fruit, and let's taste Chenin Blanc.
So it's got an amazing nose.
For me, this is actually one of my deepest joys of the Yapp portfolio. I think it's one of the best value wines that you can get. And I think there's such complexity with this wine that there's not an instant gratification. You have to really think about what's going on in the glass, from the nose to the palate.
Quite a lot of white currant there. And
I get a little white pepper as well in this.
Very clean orchard fruit, but incredible length. It's got a really long finish there, hasn't it?
And it has a real salinity, a saltiness to it, but there's also a savoury note. I find some garigi type sage herbs, which in terms of gastronomic, if you were to match that with a roast chicken on a Sunday, or bigger things like tarragon sauces with pork as well.
And presumably good with seafood as well.
Definitely. I think that's the best thing about this wine. I would be able to drink a bottle of this on its own, no problem, but it does have a complexity to it where it can stand up to more rich dishes as well.
And you could cellar it for 3 or 4 years?
I would say so.
That's great.
Although we don't at Yapp, do we? It gets drunk far too quickly.
Cheers.